Hello and welcome to Let Me Be Your Game Guide, a remix episode. This is a podcast that spends each episode delving into a mystical new video game, exploring its charms and challenges, and helping you decide if it should be next on your list. I'm your host, Rylan.
Oh, I'm Shawn.
And I'm Emma.
Join us for this week's rating episode as we escape reality and enter the metaphysical. For the remainder of this episode, let me be your game guide.
It's a remix episode.
It's a remix.
We're breaking it down.
I was still going alphabetical. I'm sorry. I thought I was going to be on the first.
Well, I'm going off of the Emma's iPad.
That's okay. That's the brains of the operation. So it's true.
I did put your name before my name for the introduction.
Yeah, that's all right.
So me and Emma knew what was going on, and you didn't.
No,
so.
That's okay. That's all right. I can pivot easy. It's all good.
Yeah, flexible.
Man. Yeah,
flexible. So welcome everybody to Let Me Be Your Game Guide. I guess I just said that in the intro, but we're talking about Moon this week.
The anti-RPG.
The anti-RPG.
Mm-hmm,
yeah, I guess it's called. We played the remastered one, right? So it's Moon Remix RPG Adventure is what it's called. Because the SEO on the word Moon is like horrid.
Oh my God.
Like Shawn, you said you tried to get it on the Switch and like there were hundreds of entries for Moon.
Yeah.
God, in this game,
just Moon everything. And so it's like, which one is it? Yeah. And this one, all it said was Moon. It didn't give the full title.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And it just had the green symbol like in the beginning, but that's it. And so I had to go through a bunch of moons, and I found that one. I'm like, oh, that's the one we're talking about. But yeah, in the Switch catalog, not very clear. So
no, and honestly too, if you're trying to look up things about this game, you really need to be careful because I think it's Welcome to the Moon or something, or Under the Moon. Mm-hmm. There's a different game that is much more popular that comes up if you type things in for Moon. So this is Moon by Onion Games. It was originally released by Love to Lick in 1997.
Bring it back.
And then it was remastered in 2019, I think.
Nice. I think so. Yeah.
I have it here. I'm not even going in order. I'm just kind of going.
No, that's okay. This is a Rylan hosted episode. So you do whatever you want.
Chaos everywhere. Yeah, it was remastered in Japan in 2019 and then worldwide in 2020.
Cool.
So sort of under the name Moon Remix RPG Adventure. So that might be what you want to search if you're like, what the hell are they talking about?
Anytime I needed to search something, I did Moon RPG or Moon Remix, and that usually got me to the right place.
Yeah. You kind of figured out after Googling enough wrong things. And some fun facts about this game really fast. This game was a big inspiration for Undertale, which I'm sure a lot of listeners have heard of.
I think we even mentioned that in our trailer reaction when we were watching it. It was like, oh, it's like Undertale.
Yeah. And this was actually a big inspiration for Toby Fox, even though Toby Fox had never played this game at the time that he made Undertale.
Oh,
that's crazy.
Yeah. And really the reason for that is when it was released in 1997, it was only in Japanese. And so it's really not until the last few years that it's been available in other languages, in English and etc. So I think now it's kind of having a resurgence among folks that are into Undertale and that sort of game.
Yeah.
That's something they can have access to in their native language.
Cool.
But don't hear about it from me. Hear about it from our listener. My partner Emma was the listener who selected this game. And so we are going to listen to her tell us what it is briefly.
Thanks, Emma.
Yay. Hey guys, this is actually Emma from the podcast. Rylan's Emma had every intention of sending in a spoiler-free description of this game, but I think time just got away from us and I edited the episode super late. Realized she hadn't sent us the description yet, and here we are. So this might be temporary. This is just a placeholder until she can get us that description, but for now, you're stuck with me. But I'll just tell you a little bit about Moon. It is a adventure game. It's not really an RPG, and maybe that's what they mean by a remix. But yeah, you play as a character that gets sucked into a video game, and you are walking around this world trying to help people solve their problems, while you're also trying to solve your own. There is a knight that's going around trying to level up and must defeat a dragon, leaving a giant mass of animal carcasses in his wake that you can also save their souls. But really, it's just good fun. It's an old game that's been remastered, so it has tons of nostalgic feelings. And so I hope you have time to play it if you haven't already.
Yeah.
Thanks for the description, Emma.
Yeah, thanks. Great job. But before we really get into the meat of this episode, which is going to be, kind of reviewing the game and giving it some ratings, don't forget to give the podcast a follow, rate it, review it, however you want to show us love. We have a Patreon at patreon.com/letmebeyourgg. That's LETMEBEYOURGG, where you can view episodes early as they post sometime on Sunday, which is a couple days before the episodes post everywhere else. You can also find us on most socials as Let Me Be Your GG, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. You can find us on TikTok as Let Me Be Your Game Guide. Somebody else has that other handle. You can also email us at letmebeyourgg@gmail.com. If you want to make a game request like Emma did, not the Emma on the show, but my partner Emma who requested this game, you can send us a game request at that Gmail. Just put game request in the subject line so we can find it easily. Okay. What do you guys know what game we played last year? What were we talking about a year from now?
Yes. A year ago. Yeah.
A year ago.
Because we've been doing this for over a year.
Yeah.
I actually know because we talked about it. Because this is the discussion episode of that game, right?
Is
Yes.
it Dark Side Detective?
Negative.
No.
Oh.
I know
After
which
that,
one
though.
it is. Just because we've already mentioned it.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's one that Shawn couldn't remember, right?
Oh, is this the brothers?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Last year we were talking about Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons.
Yeah. Tale of Two
discussion-
Tales.
The Tale of Two Tales. Yeah. Tale of something.
Yeah.
We did a discussion episode, which was a fun one. I think I remember we talked about filler in games a lot.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
And,
was some filler in that for sure.
I remember that was a fun episode to listen to. I actually that's one on my list to listen to again.
Yeah. And a good game. I loved that game.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
So yeah, go check that out if you want to hear about a fantastic adventure game
Cool.
with some filler content and a lot of emotions.
Yeah. Lots of emotions.
So I kind of already mentioned this already. Let's talk about Moon. Okay. Moon, it was developed by Love to Lit Games in 1997. I don't know why I was going to say 20.
2097.
In 1997. And then Love to Lit Games split up at some point. And some of the people that were involved in that group got back together to form Onion Games in 2012. And they've released some different games since then, but they eventually got together and they remastered Moon. Like I said, in 2019 and 2020. It is available on PC, Mac, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 1, I guess, for the Japanese version, and PlayStation 4 for the more recent localization. It's published by ASCII Entertainment back in the day, and now it's published by Onion Games, again, same as the developer. I'll talk just a little bit about the developer groups, I guess. Some of this information was hard to find, I think, both because of age for ASCII Entertainment and also because they're based in Japan. I think some of the websites I was looking at were translated or they were pulled from other websites. And,
Sure.
Yeah.
even Wikipedia was giving me different information than other websites were. So I apologize to the developers or anybody involved if I'm getting this stuff wrong. Send me an email.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Email us.
Yeah.
Let me be your gg@gmail.com.
I find that very fascinating that they made this in 97 and then 15 years later they decided to get back together again. When did they split up? Was it recently after Moon?
Well, I'm not sure when they split up. I should have looked that up.
That's a long time to
But-
just be we're thinking and then getting back together and starting something up. That's a long time, but very cool.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
kind of interesting here because I don't know why this is my section called About the Developers, but I listed that ASCII Entertainment was founded in 1995, but that should be Love to Lit Games. So I don't know if I got information for the wrong
Oh.
For the publisher.
for the publisher
Yeah.
instead.
Yeah.
But I have a list of developers here, so that should actually be from Love to Lit. So Kenichi Nishi was the designer. He was kind of the main guy for this project. Back in the day, his dog was the model for Tao, the dog in the game.
Cute.
Yeah. There was Taro Kudo, who did game design, music, and writing. Akira Ueda did background and map design. Yoshira Yoshiro Kimura did game design writing. Kazuyuki Kurashima did art and character design. Also supervised like all the claymation for the different animals in the game.
Cool.
Hirofumi Taniguchi did music. Masanori Adachi did music. Masara Hori did programming. Kaizo Nakamura did programming and sound. Satoshi Otake did programming. And there were a lot of different groups that contributed to the music in this game.
Okay.
So one thing, if you play the game, there's going to be a lot of different songs, obviously, like any video game. But one of the things you can do in this game is collect records, and you have a little mini disc player that you can play them as you're walking around through the game. And so there were a lot of contributors to this through different popular groups in Japan, and not as well known. Yeah. So
I didn't know if those were like real songs or if they were made for the game.
Yeah, and I'm unclear on that too. Some of them may have been made for the game specifically,
Yeah.
Especially because I think some of them are pretty short. I'm not sure. But in the credits for the game, this is listed as, I think the group is called Thelonious Monkeys, which I think
Nice
is just
name.
like an amalgamation for the group that kind of organized the musics for this.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So that was back in the day when it was Love to Lick. And more recently, Onion Games has 3 of those same people that were from that list. It's Yoshiro Kimura, who's the director and game designer. Kurashima Kazuyuki did art direction. And Hirofumi Taniguchi was a composer and sound designer. And all these folks have a pretty good history of like making games. Like Kurashima Kazuyuki worked on Super Mario RPG.
Oh, nice.
Hirofumi Taniguchi worked on Suikoden series. So they're all been involved in a lot of different projects. Probably did a lot of things in between their time at Love to Lick and with Onion Games too. So some
That's
really
awesome.
talented folks. With
Cool.
a lot of experience coming to the table for this project.
Yeah. That's awesome.
As far as accessibility, Moon does have a page on Family Gaming Database, but I did not find an accessibility report to go with that.
I hate that. I hate when that happens. You
yeah.
get so excited because you're like, yes, it's on here. And then there's no accessibility report. You're like, damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was really trying. I was like, maybe I'm not looking in the right place. And I think I was.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty safe to say that this game has about the amount of accessibility you expect from a 1997 game.
Yeah.
Not much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Especially like there are puzzles that you need sound for, you need timing for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The controls are not really explained to you.
Not at all.
It's pretty rough.
Yeah.
So
Oh, and you did talk about what it's available on, but I will say that it says that it's not compatible with the Steam Deck. And I think Rylan and I both, did you ever play it on your
I
Steam
actually
Deck?
didn't,
Oh,
no.
okay. I played most of the game on my Steam Deck. So even though it says it's not compatible, it played just fine.
oh yeah. Yeah, I played on PC with my controller.
Yeah.
I played on the Switch.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah.
Okay, now I've got that junk out of the way.
Now what you've all been rating
Oh, man. This is good.
for. This really is a remix.
Okay, let's get started on our game rating. So for this, we take into account general considerations such as length, challenge rating, and replayability. We also consider story and narrative topics, including plot, characters, and world building, presentation topics, including graphics, sound design, and music, gameplay topics, including content variety and mechanics, and lastly, we consider the overall value of the game. So that's just some teaser for what's coming ahead. So let's start with these general considerations as I keep zooming in randomly on this page. So how long did it take you guys to play or share your experience with game length, I guess?
I will say this game was not for me. I was not a big fan of it. I tried and I thought I played for a lot longer than I thought I did, but it just felt like longer. So
Damn.
yeah. So it was okay. It wasn't for me. And I played about an hour and a half's worth. I thought I played for a lot longer, but it just felt like a lot longer in my mind. So yeah, I played for about an hour and a half. It was just, I couldn't really grasp the concept of it. And I felt like with how busy my life is, I don't have enough time to really dig into it. So
Yeah.
when you only have like 45 minutes on a lunch to like try to figure it out, I feel like it's just not enough time. Like
No.
you need some hours to sit in front of this and figure it out. And with my life, I just don't have the time for it.
Yeah,
at the
it
moment,
doesn't
so.
hold your hand, and it's old and it's messy and it's subversive.
Yeah.
So I think that's totally fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I tried my best, but this one just didn't hold my attention. So
Yeah, I played for about 12 hours. I think my Steam showed 11.9 hours. So, yeah, I had a pretty busy life. Some stuff was going on, and so I just didn't have the time to finish it, which is disappointing because I actually loved this game.
Yeah, but you played 12 hours. I mean, that's pretty good with all things considered. That's
so
a lot of time.
I got pretty far. I'm really excited to hear because Rylan, you basically finished the game.
Yeah, I essentially did everything. I went for the full completionist, which I'll talk about this more next time, but I didn't exactly hit because of the needed to like wrap up to record the episode, right? So
Yeah.
the ending, I needed to watch YouTube to see kind of what happens at the end of the game exactly. But I did. It took me about 20 hours to get to a point in the game where I felt, or like I know that I could have gone to the ending.
Yeah.
But I want to continue getting everything. So
Yeah.
I spent like another 4 hours or so before I started picking up a guide for this game. And and even then I ended up 32 hours into the game so far. And I will say about 4 of those hours was just trying to do one thing that I still have not accomplished technically.
Oh,
Dang.
So we'll talk about that more next week.
Yeah.
When we kind of talk about spoilers for the game and kind of PSA, if you are a completionist, you might want to check out what's hard at the end of this to hear if you actually want to be a completionist.
I'm so excited to hear about it.
How difficult do you think this game, like where do you guys give the challenge rating for Moon?
This is tough because I feel like once you get the hang of it, like once I knew exactly how the game worked, what I was supposed to be doing, I was like, piece of cake. I
Sure.
got this. But that uphill battle of like learning everything you need to know about how to play.
Yeah.
Man, I almost want to put it at moderate because there are some difficult puzzles, but I don't know, maybe easy. It's hard because once I figured it out, playing was like very simple. I almost could like kind of play while doing other things. But maybe, so in the beginning of the game, moderate, but as you get into it, it becomes easy.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
I think that's fair with some of the puzzles being like quite difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you though, because I had the same experience. Like at the beginning, you're like, what the heck is going on? You're kind of learning the rules of the game.
Yeah.
And Shawn, it sounds like you didn't quite get out of that phase. Maybe.
No, yeah, I feel like the learning curve in this is pretty steep, so you really have to spend some time and just kind of grind through it.
Yeah.
Is my thought anyway. So yeah, I just didn't have that time to really sit down and do it.
I
but-
think
Yeah.
I benefited a lot from that press start episode, which if you join our Patreon for $1, you can get the press start series, which is me playing the first hour of the games that we're talking about. And Rylan was there, and it was just super helpful because you helped me understand a lot of the mechanics.
Yeah,
of the
I
game.
was like 3 or 4 hours into the game at that point, and
Yeah.
I was basically like, "Hey, let me tell you this, so this isn't a boring video."
Yeah. So I think I would have had a similar experience to probably you and Shawn, because you both probably had to trip through that. But because I had Rylan in the ether kind of explaining how the timing of the game worked and like the consequences of the game, I was able to gain that knowledge a lot quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah, and really like not to like dodge around that too much. Like really, part of what it is like you have so much time in the game before you need to go to bed.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really tell you that very well. And there's like kind of a clock icon, but it doesn't. It's just not very obvious at all.
It's hard to understand too. Like it'll put a little arrow by like when you need to be in bed by, but eventually like you can be up for multiple days.
Yeah.
And so you have to kind of watch for that arrow to change colors before you know you're on your last day. And it took me a little bit once I was getting multiple days to figure out. I was like, okay, well, how do I know when I need to go to bed?
Yeah. And it's, it's kind of like Stardew Valley in that way where you only have so much time in the day, but it's like so much more punishing where it's like you just have to restart from the beginning of that day if you fall asleep.
Yeah.
And that was an awfully painful mechanic.
Yeah, that happened to me a few times until I figured it out, and I was like, this sucks.
Yeah. And especially at the beginning when you don't have a lot of time in the day, like you go do like 1, maybe 2 things
Oh my God.
to get started. And so it's real slow at the beginning.
Yeah.
I think for me, it was like, I started at grandma's house, And then I walked around the town just trying to figure out where I was going and died in the town. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, cool.
passed
cool.
out. You're
Yeah.
like, what?
Yeah. I didn't know what was going on. So I'm like, what the heck is happening? So
I do.
I'm like, I need to go back to bed. How do I need to like make myself last longer? But yeah, I think it just takes time. So
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so the ESRB rating for this game is T for blood, crude humor, use of alcohol, and violence.
That's surprising to me.
yeah.
Who do you guys think would be interested?
Oh man. Well, you've definitely talked about Undertale already. So people who are like huge fans of Undertale, I think would really enjoy this game. Honestly, Stardew Valley players too. I
Yeah,
think.
perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
Animal Wellers probably.
Oh, with the puzzles?
Yeah, with all
Yeah.
the puzzles and things. Yeah.
Because it does have like, I don't know how to explain some of the puzzles. Like, so you are like trying to save the souls of some creatures
Yeah.
that are around.
You
and
find
so,
animal carcasses.
Yeah. And when you come across these carcasses, you can open up like a little book that tells you about it. And usually that description will give you a little hint.
Very cryptic, though.
Yeah, very cryptic hint as to how to get their soul, or like, you know, like what time of day, or like where they might be just by what they liked.
Yeah.
And so I really appreciated that. Sometimes it was just a matter of timing too. Like you just had to be at the right place in the right time. But yeah, there were a hefty amount of puzzles, and
Yeah.
it was done in a really, I don't know, a nice way where if you needed to just give up on a puzzle, you could just jump to another one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you're a lover of puzzles, I think this game is definitely for you.
Yeah. And I think that's a really good call out. Like too, if you kind of like really like an open world,
Yeah.
like it takes a little bit, but like a few hours into the game, like I think the game, it really opens up and you can kind of do whatever.
Yeah.
And kind of do these puzzles in like whatever order makes sense to you.
Yep.
Which is great. I also think it's like, I think you said, Emma, it's very much like Toem
Oh yeah.
too, where
yeah.
you walk around these areas and you kind of have a vague goal in mind, but you're not really sure how to accomplish it. And so you talk to
Yes.
people and you find items and you just try stuff.
Yeah.
And eventually you can get it, but you kind of need some critical thinking there sometimes too, and creativity.
Yeah.
I do hesitate. Well, I would recommend this. I haven't played Undertale, but I would recommend this to fans of Undertale, with the caveat that I think this game being branded as like remix RPG adventure or like anti-RPG is super misleading. Like I don't think this game really has RPG elements to it.
Not at all.
No.
It's definitely like a puzzle adventure game.
Yes.
And so I think like I think Zephe had asked me something like he mentioned like something about how the combat is or something, and I was like, oh no, there's no combat in this game. Like
Yeah.
it's just like it's kind of like a point and click almost. Like you're walking
Yeah.
around getting an item. What do I do with this item? You know,
Yeah.
what do I do here?
Yeah.
So
And if you're interested in checking out the Toem episode, that was episode 23. So they released May 13th and May 20th if you wanted to check in on those.
good call.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
I love Toem.
I know.
Sean done it.
No.
Which it's not surprising
Yeah.
that Sean, you didn't enjoy this game because it has a lot of elements.
Yeah. Very
Yeah.
Toem-esque. Yeah, for sure. So sorry, guys.
Yeah.
It's all right.
So how about the replayability though?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would totally. This is a game that I'm like, I gotta speed run this. Like,
Oh
after
my
I'm
God.
done, I'm like, I want to see how fast I could do it. And a lot of the puzzles, I don't think that I would remember. Or even like some of the souls that I saved were on accident. Like, I
Yeah.
just happened to find them at the right time.
How did I do that?
Yeah, I don't know. I loved this game. I would totally replay it again. I think it's replayable.
I'm very happy we're done.
Like, I'm never touching this ever
no,
again.
it just wasn't for me. It just wasn't my style. I felt like I just didn't have the time to dig into it as much. So, yeah, I tried my best, but I don't think I'm going to continue playing.
Yeah,
So,
that's fair. Yeah, I think for me, like, I would definitely replay this game probably. Not the completionist route.
I would definitely play this again, probably.
Well, and then I was thinking, you kind of walk slow.
It is a
It's a slow burn.
It's a little bit of a slow walker.
Yeah.
But something about this game, I didn't mind that too much. But I think as far as replayability goes, like even just to return to this world, I thought this world was so charming and so like weird. And so many of the characters and the locations I just fell in love with.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I don't know, it's a fun world to hang out in. So I could definitely see myself playing this again, but probably
Also,
not completionist.
it feels very nostalgic and like it was very like comforting to play. Like I
Yeah.
just felt like a kid again. I was like, "Ah, this is just fun. This is just
Yeah.
good old fashioned fun."
Well, it's also too like you definitely tell like it's from a different time, and you know there may be like some interesting translation situations too.
Yeah.
And like cultural stuff too. I think there's like some cultural references in this game that like don't make any sense to me, but it's just, I don't know, it's just charming. This world is weird. You know, the characters are fun and like kind of crude at times too.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think about the plot of this game, having not finished it?
Oh, we're moving into the first numbered rating
Yeah,
section. We
yeah.
rate things from 1 to 5.
Thank you.
Yes, 1 being the worst, 5 being the best.
I thought from the beginning, I thought there was a good story. Like the story was interesting, how things progressed as you're a child and you kind of get sucked away into a world.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool, at least for the start of it. And then I got a little bit more, but I didn't get a whole lot more. So I'd say 3. At least from when I played, I thought it was at least a decent plot for the start.
Yeah, I'm giving it a 4 or a 4, probably 4.5. I mean, I obviously didn't get to the end of the game. I still really want to, but I don't think the ending is going to affect the way that I rate the plot because, like Shawn said, the game does start with you as a kid like playing a game and then you get sucked in. Maybe that's the RPG of it all, is that technically
maybe.
you're playing an RPG in the beginning and then you get sucked into the game.
Yeah.
But there just seems to be some like mystery elements that I'm really excited to learn about. And you're kind of, I don't know, you're just learning about like the pieces of this game and how it fits together and like what you mean to the game and like being present in there. I just feel like there's a lot to learn and I was hooked immediately. I was so excited to move the plot forward.
Yeah, it's after finishing the game, it's like I don't really know if I love the plot, honestly. Like it might be like, I'll say like a 3.5. Like it's definitely there, but it kind of left me wanting more in that it's so bizarre. So you get sucked into the game, right? And I think it's fair to say like there's kind of a plot in the game and there's kind of a plot outside of that game that you get sucked into. So it's a little bit hard to judge. I don't know. I guess maybe that the confluence of those is a story in of itself. Yeah, I'll say a 4.
Yeah.
It was fun, but I didn't feel like it was really like the story that was pulling me along for most of it. For me, it was like really the puzzles and the characters, and I guess
Sure,
maybe the
yeah.
micro stories that are being told within it, not the whole plot itself.
Yeah, I think that's what I liked about it though, because like you could say that the plot was those little mini stories that are happening
Yeah,
in between,
absolutely.
and that's like really what made it what it was. So I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of like the mini stories, like that pulls us right into characters.
Yeah.
How do you guys rate that stuff?
5.
Hell yeah.
I did like the characters, at least the ones I experienced. They were all very unique and quirky in their own way. And so I thought that was really fun. It definitely brought a little bit of closeness and uniqueness for each character. So yeah, I thought it was fun. 3.5, my usual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a 5 for sure. There's like almost right away in the game you interact with this character named Shambles, and he's like the
Yeah.
he's like the village like homeless guy or whatever. But
He's like a vagabond.
I guess he's like a
Yeah.
vagabond, and he's so funny. He's like they're talking at the beginning in this like the townsfolk are, and he's like, this town's got as many cowards as jerks. And you know, there's just so many characters in this game that are all like very weird and have personalities. And I'll have like everyone has like a little story that you can help them with. And I think like it's really nice to take like a character that like, oh, they appear to just be like a shopkeeper, but then like kind of find out more of their backstory, even in a minor way. Like, especially like some of those people in the first town have like some deep stories, you know, like one of the guards in the castle has a story about, he's a divorced dad.
I didn't uncover that. That's it.
No, and he like cares about his son, and so that's kind of a story. And the baker has like a really intense weird secret, which I don't know if you uncovered either.
No, I'm
and
so excited to hear
we'll
about
hear
it.
some about the stuff next week when we spoil things. But there's so many weird characters that just have a nice story. If it's a 5 for me.
Yeah,
Nice.
I feel like I was on the verge of uncovering, like if I would have played for a couple more hours, it would have been like a whole bunch of stuff would have just come to fruition because I was like, I think I was at that turning point of like heading towards end game where more things were starting to resolve.
Yeah.
So I just loved all the characters, all of the creatures. Like, they're just so cute.
Oh my gosh, you're right. The animals.
Mhm.
Those are like
Yeah.
characters too.
And they all have names.
They're so weird.
Yeah.
They're all so weird. Claymation things.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
Yeah,
It's
loved it.
Fantastic. For world building, 1 to 5, how would we like it?
World building is tough because I mean there is definitely a world, and I mean you've got a map. You're uncovering different areas.
Uh-huh.
It's not always like logical while looking at the map how to get to an area.
Nope.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna go 4.
Okay. Yeah.
It really does tie in with like the character's story and kind of what's going on there. I don't think it's the forefront of the game, but I liked it enough that I don't want to put it any lower than a 4. And I'm sure that there's more uncovered near the end too.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the vibe I was getting.
I would probably just say 3 because I only experienced a tiny bit of the world.
Sure.
So just that first town and some of the people within it. So I would, I think they kind of set it up well though. They give you a good description of like what's going on and like what the world is and what you're trying to do in the very, very beginning. So you at least get an idea of when you're in the world, what's it looking like and what's happening. So, but I would agree that I think a lot of the world building comes from those small interactions with all those characters because that kind of is what builds that story, I think. So
Yeah.
but I'd say 3. I just didn't experience enough of it. So
Did you reach like south of Grandma's house, or did you just go to like Grandma's house in the town?
Grandma's house, the town, the castle, but I didn't ever get out of the town.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I think you had like a super good point when it comes to world building is like talking with the characters.
Mhm.
Like I didn't even think about that at first, but like one of the mechanics in this game is that you have items and you can like show them to people or give them to people,
Yeah.
and they will. Sometimes they won't say anything, but sometimes they'll like talk about it.
Mhm.
And I think that's a really cool feature that this game has is like you can take an item that like represents somebody and talk to somebody else about it, and they'll share their thoughts or their details on that item or that place or that person.
yeah.
And those really add like a lot of little details for this world, as well as like I think kind of the overall idea of it, like it's kind of taking place inside of a video game is
Yeah.
really unique. But these characters aren't just like, I don't know, they have rich lives, and I don't know,
It
it's
doesn't
something.
It doesn't feel like you're in a video
No,
game.
it's
Yeah.
very alive, and
Yeah.
like seems like everybody kind of knows everybody somewhat, but there's still like so much mystique in the world.
Mhm.
And it's fun to find connections from other sides of the map. And I don't know, I like all the little details. For me, it's a 5, I think.
Nice.
Cool.
Cool.
As for presentation, we talk about graphics and sound design / music. We're all dropping our phone.
Yeah.
I can start on graphics.
Yeah.
I think the graphics are like probably a 3.5.
They're not great.
They're not great. It's
No.
PS1 era, and it's kind of inconsistent.
I thought they were charming. It's funny because
Yeah.
we did play another game that was very PS1 graphic-esque, but for some reason it played a lot better for the game. I'm talking about Fear the Spotlight.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, the graphics in Fear the Spotlight were like not good, quote unquote, but it worked really well for the game.
Yeah.
These graphics also were not good in the sense that, you know, you're remastering an old game, but I don't think it played as well
Yeah.
to the like the game as a whole. I didn't have a problem with them, but yeah.
No, yeah. Like I thought it was charming, but I think it was just like, it's a little bit ugly, you know,
Yeah.
like because your character sprites and a lot of the things in the foreground that you can interact with are like totally different than like the background
Yeah.
is like, I don't know. And then you even have like the animal carcasses, which are like claymation.
Yeah, they're like images almost.
Yeah.
But like
they almost look like
not-
holograms kind of.
Yeah.
And so you kind of have like a bunch of conflicting stuff. And like, I think it all works to kind of make like fits in the game's like weirdness of it all.
Mhm.
But I think like overall, you're like, what the hell am I looking at?
Yeah, it's very cut and paste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I probably, honestly, I'm still probably gonna give it a 4.
Sure.
It was just like, even though it's weird and it looked off, I did feel like it fit the game pretty well. And I don't know, I got like such nostalgic feelings playing this game for some reason that I enjoyed it.
It looked like Final Fantasy 9 to
I've
me.
not played Final Fantasy.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
I almost thought it was more like, instead of a PlayStation game, I thought it was like a Windows 96 style game. Like that's what I was getting. And I was like, man, it feels like a really old computer game. But yeah, I think graphically, like what you guys have said really fits the role. I feel like there was a number of different artistic styles that were kind of going into this that mashed together to make Moon. So
sure.
yeah, I'd say 3. I thought it looked pretty nice. It wasn't as nostalgic as Fear the Spotlight was. I don't know why, but I would agree. Like that played better and it looked better to me compared to this.
Totally.
But yeah, I'd still say 3. I think it was all right. I don't know how much they really remastered it, but they did something. So
Yeah. What was your numbered rating?
I think I said a 3.5.
Oh, okay.
Like I didn't think it was great, but it still had the charm factor.
Yeah. Okay.
And then that brings us right into sound design and music.
Oh my god. Rylan, do you want to start? I feel like I've been starting on a lot of these. Or Shawn, do you want to start?
Yeah, sure. The sound design and music. I think the music wasn't bad. I thought there were some good songs to it, or at least good melodies. The sounds that the people make when they're interacting with you is hilarious. Because all the and just random sim-ish slash you might hear a real word in there every once in a while, which was weird. Like I was replaying someone else was playing and I was listening to some of it, just trying to collect my thoughts of what I played. And just like talking to the baker, there's like a word that slips in and you're like, whoa, hey, I didn't realize that. So yeah, just they are speaking real words, just not all the time.
Well,
So,
I don't know if
that's
it's a translation thing, but yeah, it was like gibberish, but then an occasional English word would slip in.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if it was on purpose or not. And sometimes people would like yell at you, even though they weren't yelling. It was like, and you're like,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I like this was really like so random. Like these voices, the noises in the game. It was like almost nostalgic with like almost how like bad it was in like a wonderful way.
Yes.
Like my partner describes some of the voices as like when you're have like a backwards recording of people's voices.
That's what I was
It
gonna
kind of
say.
sounded
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, but definitely there were like real English words in there too.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's in the same because you can change the language to Japanese.
Oh, interesting.
Which I found out that was one of the conspiracy theories on how to help the thing I got stuck on at the end.
Oh.
Conspiracy theory land is next week, but you can change the language, and I wonder if it would sound like Japanese words instead of English words, or if that was just like kind of gibberish for the Japanese language for it to be like English words,
Because
right?
they wouldn't really understand whatever that word
not
was.
necessarily,
Yeah.
for sure. So
And I mean, are they all like, maybe they took words from a bunch of different languages and put them together. I wouldn't have recognized any other language.
Yeah, me
words.
either.
Yeah.
but it was very unique, and every character had like their kind of own unique like set of noises, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
I give it a 5. I thought it was hilarious.
I gave it a 4. I thought it was pretty good, but yeah, I only got to experience a limited amount of characters, so I wouldn't say that I got them all, but I did like the melodies, and I thought it was fun the way that they talked. So
Well, and there's like how many songs can you unlock?
35 or something like that.
There's like a ton of songs you can unlock.
Yeah, and I didn't like spend much time listening to them. I did buy them all, and then I didn't go to bed on time, so I had to buy them all again.
No.
And then I didn't go to bed on time, so I bought them all. I didn't buy them all a third time, actually. But yeah, I didn't go to bed on time a lot, which probably contributed to my play length, honestly.
Wow.
I was a naughty boy.
I was always right straight to bed.
Nothing's worse
not
than
me.
like camping out because you need it to be like on a specific day of the week. So you're
Yeah.
camping out and then you don't realize like
It's
I
your
spent
last
time
day.
like doing the dishes while I was waiting for the time to turn in this game, like all sorts of stuff.
yeah.
And then game over. But the music was pretty great in this game, I thought, and I think it's a 4.5 for me. There's some awkwardness with the sound, but also just it's ridiculous, and some of the music was like generally brought up emotions for me. So it's good.
Cool.
Brings us to our last rating section, gameplay, which features content variety and mechanics. Do you guys want to talk about content variety?
I can definitely speak on content variety a little bit more than you, just because you didn't make it.
A lot more than me. Yeah.
I thought there was, for the type of and style of game this was, there was a lot of content.
Yeah.
Just with the vast amount of puzzles and like interactions, timing, like a lot of stuff. I would give it a 4, maybe like teetering on a 5, just because I was so impressed by. I was never bored. I never felt frustrated if I couldn't solve a puzzle. I don't know. It was just, I'm going to give it a 5. I thought content variety was great.
Yeah. I think you nailed it. Yeah. The only thing that was repetitive about this game is like walking back to the area. Walking around was the only repetitive thing I thought.
Well, and you can fast travel, but only one direction.
Yeah.
Which is annoying. That pissed me off. That was like my least favorite part of the game.
Well, I will say that you do unlock a way to teleport to your house.
Oh, that's nice.
Later on.
Yeah.
I discovered it way too late, though.
I probably would have too, because I'm 12 hours and I hadn't discovered it yet. So.
Yeah. I think you could discover it like pretty darn fast, but again, that's just kind of how this game is.
Yeah.
You're going to have a different like order that you do things based on when you're at places and what direction you decide to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't really have a whole lot of content variety because I didn't really dig into this game a whole lot. So I'll be a fair judge and do 3.5. So right in the middle, because I didn't really get to experience a whole lot of the puzzles. I was just starting to get into the game a little bit, so I didn't really experience that.
Yeah.
So.
Well, how about mechanics?
It is a little slower. It's a lot slower. A lot slower than a lot of the other games that we've played, which was okay. It just wasn't for me. So, but things seemed to work okay for me for the small amount of time that I played them. So I would say, again, 3.5 because, nothing broke for me. Everything seemed to work. So,
nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. What about you?
Oh, did I not? Oh, we switched to mechanics. So
now.
I was like, I'll give mechanics a 3. I don't think that there was anything like terrible about them, but there were times that I was like, this is a little clunky, or I'd like to walk faster.
Sure.
So I'll sit it at a 3. That was probably the lowest aspect that I would score.
Yeah, I think I'm similar to y'all. Like, I guess I'm gonna go with like a 3.5. I think that there was some clunkiness. Sometimes you need to interact with something and you need to like get your character in the right position where they'd have the little question mark where they had to do it. It wasn't really ever a big deal, but it just kind of like felt like you're playing an older game.
Yeah.
There was some lack of polish, I think, in different aspects.
Yeah.
But what are you going to do? It's from 1997.
What are you gonna do?
For sure.
Yeah.
But as far as like the gameplay mechanics, I thought they were very fun. And honestly, didn't feel like they still felt fresh to me for like a 25-year-old game, essentially.
Yeah.
It still felt like, oh, this is fresh, not like, oh yeah, this is just like this and this game,
Yeah.
For sure.
So I forgot to mention this earlier, but this game is $18.99 on all platforms.
Oh yeah.
Is that a fair price for Moon in your experience with it?
Nah. Not for me. Sorry. I know that you guys really enjoyed this game, and honestly, if you guys don't rate it high, that's gonna be crazy because it seems like you guys have really enjoyed the game, and for only $19 and you've got 30 plus hours into it, or 12 plus hours, that's a lot of time for the amount of money that you're spending, and you're still enjoying it. So for me though, it just wasn't my game, so I would say no thank you.
Yeah.
If you wanted to, definitely get it though. It seems like it's a fun game if people really enjoy the Undertale stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. I definitely think it's worth that, especially because I was able to play it handheld. I think if I only had to play on PC, I would have been a little bit more disappointed. I bought it on Steam. So if it was only playable like handheld for Switch, that would have pissed me off so much I
Yeah.
might have bought it twice. But this was such a fun game to just play on the couch. It was fine to play on the computer, but it just felt so right playing it handheld. So that was just a bonus. But yeah, absolutely. It's worth it.
Yeah, I played it on the PC, and I was like obsessed with this game for like a solid 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like when I wasn't playing it, I was wanting to play it. I was just so into the puzzles and thinking about them and talking my partner's ear off about it.
Yeah.
I was happy that you were enjoying it too, Emma. Like we got to chat about it on some of our walks at work.
Yeah.
So that was just a good outlet. I've been telling people at work, been telling Mark, I've been telling Zefe, hey, you got to play this game. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know if Zefe will like it if it's just a puzzle game, not an RPG. We'll see. But I'm huge big on this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you do buy it on the PC, press W to make it full screen. I learned that after 25 hours because it starts as a small window.
Yeah, and the normal keyboard shortcuts that make it full screen when you're playing in Steam do not work.
Yeah, you just got to press W.
Dang.
Shoot.
But I still had a great time playing on a small, window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, final ratings. Where are we at? Big number, little number, medium number.
Shawn, go first.
I think I'm just gonna go with a flat 3. I think I'm gonna be respectful because I did not play it a whole lot. It just wasn't a game for me, so I'm gonna just do an even 3.
What did you rate Toem? Do you remember?
I
2
got it
point
up.
something,
I got
probably.
it up. I can find it. Shawn rated Toem 2.5.
Oh, well, shit. Probably because I thought that was
It's
the
your
middle.
lowest rated game. I haven't updated this though, so there might be some recent games we've rated that are lower. I don't think so, but
Yeah, I don't think so. Okay. Well,
yeah.
yeah.
3.
I'll stay with 3. Yeah.
Okay.
Just wasn't for me. Not my game, but I'm happy you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, I am gonna give this a 4.9. It's so close to a 5 for me. There's just some aspects missing that keep it from being a true 5. I can't explain what it is, but I look at the games that I have rated 5 and they just it doesn't quite reach that level for me, but I'm giving it a 4.9 because I truly did enjoy playing this game. I think that the thing about this game is that you do lose. I lost a little bit of steam after playing it for a while.
Yeah.
But I think if I were to play it long term, I think it would be really enjoyable. But yeah, 4.9.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised maybe that you're rating this higher than because even though I loved this game so much, the grind at the end.
Oh.
Don't do it completionist, you guys. It's disappointing to me that some of these puzzles are I feel like they're literally impossible without a guide, or without just spending so much time in one location just to see if anything weird happens there on any specific day.
Yeah.
But I think that's okay. This game is still charming. I was able to beat the game entirely, or get to where I could finish the main goal, I guess, without a guide or anything. And I still had plenty of stuff that was exciting for me to work on. Yeah, it did get old for me around the 25, 26 hour mark, I think.
I think maybe because I
Sure.
didn't have in my mind that I wanted to play completionist, even if I did have time to finish the game. I don't think that in my head I was like, I have to do everything. And maybe that eased up the feeling of the gameplay a little bit because I wasn't as pressured to do everything.
Well, I kind of felt once I get, kind of bored of trying it myself, I'll get a guide out. And then once I was following the guide, I did some stuff that's easier. And then there was stuff that it's I need to hang out here for a while until it's the right day, or sleep a million times. And it kind of became tedious, I guess, at some point. So yeah, for me, it's a 4.8, a game I love so
barely.
much. Yeah. I love Moon.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
That's let's look at surrounding ratings just real quick. So
I'll have mine up.
putting it at a 4.8, it's your second highest game.
Beautiful.
Right above Sifu at 4.7. Nothing's at 4.9, but you do have UFO 50 at 5.
Yes. Hell yes.
Yeah. And then for me at 4.9, that's sitting at the same spot as Inscription. Right above the Plucky Squire and Balatro, and right below Animal Well and Sifu. And then Shawn, yours is sitting at a 3, along with Firewatch, Paper Trail, and Tiny Terry's Turbo Trip. Right above Self Loss, right below Refined Self.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
All right.
Well, this concludes the rating episode for Moon Remix RPG Adventure. Please join us next week for the discussion episode as we dive into the details of this game and all its hidden gems. If you haven't played Moon yet, and this sounds like something you may be interested in, I hope you find some time to play it before tuning in next week. Especially unless you want spoilers. Please go and give the podcast a follow, rate it, review it, however you want to show us love. You can email us with any comments, questions, or constructive criticism at letmebeyourgg@gmail.com. You can also send us game requests if there is something you would like us to review. At that email, just put in game request in the subject line so it's easy for us to find. You can find us on most socials as Let Me Be Your GG. That's LetMeBeyourGG. Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. You can find us on TikTok as Let Me Be Your Game Guide. Our Patreon is at patreon.com/LetMeBeYourGG. Thank you all for listening. We can't wait to see you next week, and thank you so much for letting us be your game guide. But I did want to say,
I was like, what's happening?
I was about to say something. Never mind.
love still dots this world. Please seek out the scattered love. Collect a lot of it, please. GG, y'all.
Bye.
Are we ready?
I think so.
Are you ready to rumble?
Are you ready?
I guess so. Sure.
I actually do it.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm ready.